Good morning. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Teacher Seloni, are you hearing?
Yeah.
Yes. Copiando.
Dr. Sumit, can you hear?
Microphone is off.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know if you can hear me, guys. Yes?
Yes. I'm listening. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. They are listening. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to have you here in our webinar about spirituality and education. We will have here as our speakers Dr. Pankaj Srivastava, Dr. Sumit Kumar Gupta Din, Dr. Maria Emilia Camargo, that for personal reasons will not be able to be here today. Dr. Arceloni Neuza Volpato. Welcome, everybody. Each one will have between 15 and 20 minutes to make the presentation. The questions and answers will be in the end of the presentations and of the lectures. I will ask the participants to keep the microphones off during the presentations. And now, I will ask the speaker, Dr. Pankaj Srivastava, formerly head Department of Mathematics, National Institute of Technology, Prayagraj, India field of research activities, design and development of soft computing intelligent systems with reference to medical diagnosis and tourism, Ramanujan's computational systems, fuzzy engineering, tensor analysis and market research, visited Thailand, Cambodia, and Ukraine to participate in international events, conferences, and established collaboration with a number of institutes and universities of Thailand, India. Okay. You can speak now, Dr. Pankaj. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Beatrice, for this. Okay, let me, Sachin Gupta, please don't share the presentation. Let me share first. Mr. Gupta, who is Mr. Sachin Gupta, please try to close your presentation. Whether my this PPT is visible?
Sorry, excuse me?
Whether the PowerPoint presentation is visible there?
No, the presentation is not visible yet.
Okay.
No, sir. No visual here.
Okay. Let me.
No, not yet. We are not, Liz.
Is it okay?
No.
It's still not
Okay,
appearing
okay.
for us.
Ainda não. Pode ser que tenha delay.
Maybe it's a delay, right?
Is it okay?
It's not appearing yet.
It's not appearing yet.
Now it's okay.
It's okay.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, Professor Dr. B3s and my fellow colleagues, Dr. Maria and other friends from Brazil. It's a nice opportunity to interact with all of you. And my experience in the field of spiritualism, that is the spirituality, that's why the topic I selected, the impact of spiritual aspect on learning features. My core domain of research is design and development of intelligent systems. So I thought first, what should we deliver in this particular theme-based webinars, that is spirituality and education. So then I decided, okay, let us move in this field and enjoy the opportunity to share my own ideas with my fellow colleagues. See, in this particular slide, the two things are visible. One is the lotus. It's a pious flower. It has some beauty that it always emerges from the mud or from the pond where it appears. It's one of the most beautiful, attractive, spiritual theme-based flower that we offer to the Lord Vishnu or the Brahma, the creator of the universe. And the meaning of my name is the lotus. Pankaj, my name. Surname is the Shrivastava. So Pankaj, it has a synonyms with the lotus. So let us move. I would like to share my certain views because the time limitations are given. Let me check the time availability because 15 to 20 minutes Dr. B3 has provided me. So I would like to finish my talk within the stipulated timing. So this is the one of the symbol that always inspire the entire human body, inspire the each and every one from the universe. Try to go ahead with the beauty of the aspect of this particular slide. Remove the darkness of knowledge, emerge with a brighter and brighter aspect of knowledge, share your own ideas that may mesmerize, influence other people's from your thoughts. So this is one of the theme. I think the theme that Dr. B3 has selected here is spirituality and education. Somewhere exist in between this field. Okay, let me give you an overview of my talk. That this talk is currently focused on the design and aspect. As we know that the state of the spirituality is somewhere concerned with our behavior, decision, the relationship that influence our lovely features as per our inner conscious phase. Each and everyone's inner conscious phase is entirely different. Each and everyone's approach is entirely different. But ultimate goal of the person who have some belief in the spirituality is to fulfill their desire to attach themselves with the supreme power, with the supreme knowledge, with the supreme fire, with an objective. So sometimes some people ask whether the spirituality exists. If it cannot be seen, then how can you measure it? This is another query. But it exists. And here I am going to utilize certain tools that I have the expertise in those tools that try to capture all these phenomena where the ambiguity is there, vagueness is there, complexity is there, all these features I will try to attach with this spirituality and would like to develop an intelligent system that will provide a platform to assess the impact of a spiritual aspect on the lovely features. See, this is one of the famous mantra. This is a couplet, Sanskrit couplet. It is one of the famous that is called as a Gayatri mantra. It is believed that it is a powerful energy couplet. It's a very high energy when you practice the regular through the meditation or through your own practice. It energizes each and every one. It energizes the domain wherever you exist. The message of this particular mantra is the material world, the physical world, the celestial world, the supreme being the source to be worshipped, the divine light. It is a sacred and the light be endowed. It is basically written in Sanskrit, the ancient language, the mother of all Indian languages. Vedas, Upanishads, and other important Indian culture-based the knowledge domain is basically written in this mother language Sanskrit. And I'm not going to recite it here. I'm just giving a glimpse of this. That in India, basically the spirituality or basically our own ancient literatures always reflect that worship the nature, and this nature is the creator of ours. Be close to the nature. Don't go away from the nature. If you're close to the nature, you will survive. If you're close to the nature, you may connect yourself with the supreme power. So every time, each and every couplet concerned with our ancient literatures, they always emphasize that be close to the nature. So that's why this is another one. This is one of the powerful mantra that we call as a Maha Mrityunjay mantra. That Maha means the great, Mrityun means the death, Jaya means the victory, and the conquer of the victory over death. It is known as the Buddha mantra. Means whenever you practice this kind of mantra, it creates a powerful vibration in and around your domain that energize your aura. And once your auras are energized, so definitely the lifespan may extend. You may conquer, you may be a victory, you may achieve a victory over death. These are the powerful mantras are there. So I am sharing only these two are the other things from where I am closely associated. Once I would like to share all these facts that usually I practice and to whom I am close, let's have a look of another aspect. This is the four Vedas. This is the ancient source of knowledge of this universe. Once the Rig Veda, the Yajur Veda, the Sam Veda, Atharva. And this word Veda means the knowledge derived from the root Ved, which four meaning can be described: the knowledge, existing, beneficial, and thought. It contains the true knowledge and inspires the noble thoughts and actions. Other features that is considered the Upanishads. The Upanishads tells us about our roles and responsibilities in ensuring a spiritual world in order to attain our liberation or the mokshas in life. The Upanishads, the basic spirituality, the goal of these Upanishads are somewhere connected with the reality, connected with the truth, in search of each and every one. This Bhagavad-Gita is another source. Those who practice the meditation and the spirituality try to be close in that. And how this practicing all these features that I am sharing with you, how it frame your knowledge domain, how it inspire you to develop something. Means the impact of the spirituality on this knowledge domain or the theme that I have selected here that is concerned with the topic, that is learning features. How this learning feature is directly associated with these practices. The significance of the Bhagavad Gita, it is a well-known thing that to travel inside, to know the supreme consciousness is myself, only to live happily, normal than normal, free from actions, and hence free from bondage, free from miseries, as well as time being happiness. This is a very, those in my Brazil, those who are very much interested, they may they may try to go through the details of the Bhagavad Gita. This is the one of the figure that inspires me, Swami Vivekananda, and the Indian role in the field of spirituality that has been established by this young chap at early age, at the age of 28 and 29. He developed the powerful thoughts, and that's why he mesmerized the entire world and left the universe at the age of 32. The knowledge dome that changed the concept about and then they hear the Gautam Buddha, the another source of spirituality. The essence of your pure wisdom, mind, the judgmental perceptions. The one of the figure that is more great. And then Adi Sankaracharya. Adi Sankaracharya, it's whatever we are nowadays calling it as a GPS system, somewhere during the 5th century or 6th century, Adi Sankaracharya was having a powerful vision to locate the important places inside India and where he established the power sources. That means the source of energy centers. And this gentleman, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, somewhere I am closely associated with this family because my mother belongs to this family of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi. So, and he is a founder of the Transcendental Meditation practices. He belongs to my place where I am working, because I already told that he belongs to my mother family. So somewhere that root transferred in my own, and to think about this spirituality concept. Let's have a look at this beautiful aspect that give an example that how in spirituality figures and gives an impact on the creativity and the knowledge domain, on the learning features. These are the two living examples, Steve Jobs and the Mark Zuckerberg. And this interaction happened during once the Prime Minister of India visited the US and had an interaction with the Mark Zuckerberg, where this founder of the Facebook shared his own personal experience that Steve Jobs has emphasized, has forced him to visit one of the powerful center of energy, that is the Kainchi Dham, nearby in a Himalayan domain, that is Nainital, where this ashram is there. Both the fellows, the founder of the Apple and the founder of the Facebook, both of them visited this Kanchidham, that is a Neem Karoli Baba's ashram, and they stayed there more than 1 month. And it is believed that the vision for creating apple, it was none other than inspiration from the Kanchidham, and that became the this landmark of the apple brand. Mark Zuckerberg, all these things he shared. So that's why somewhere, once you visit the power centers, believes in spirituality, definitely that generates a new phase, that creativity automatically emerges in your mind. It gives a supreme power, provides you a path to go ahead with the design that you plan to implement, whatever you are realizing or visualizing. So these are some knowledge domain that connected with the Indian views, Indian perceptions, and these are the two living examples. Means the Steve Jobs had died, but he has created worldwide history once he established this Apple, and the Mark Zuckerberg is still giving a new look to the worldwide to close each and every people through this Facebook. So once before established this Facebook, he visited, lived there. It is somewhere the place very near to my place, means about 500 kilometers from my place. Regularly I visit. So whenever you visit these places, definitely you will be charged, and when you have some vision, so that automatically some paths comes. Okay. Now would like to share some ideas that I thought about it. That because the time limitations is only 15 to 20 minutes, so that's why I would like to summarize all these things very quickly. But before that, I would like to share that what I designed. When Professor B3 shared me that, okay, you will have to deliver a talk on spiritualism and education, at that moment I thought, what should I do? I am a designer of the intelligent systems. So that moment I thought, okay, let us make an approach that how spirituality makes an impact on each and every individual, the creativity feature, the learning features, how it will be and how it can be used. So let's have a look for this. So here, this in order to capture this spirituality effect on the learning mechanism, in our daily lifestyle, if you go through the meditation, normally I practice every day, association with the spiritual organization, I already shared that somewhere I'm connected with these spiritual bodies because I visited the place where the Adi Sankaracharya lived, the establishment nearby Udupi in Karnataka, where a 2000-year-old temple is there, from where he started his journey. So association with the spiritual organization, once you're practicing yoga, asana with spiritual feelings, one of the more powerful tools is the intuition. This intuition, gives a vision, it gives a prior information to your thinking process. Then the environmental factors means the aura. Aura, I think each and every people know that aura is the phenomena. Once your body system comes in picture, so 10% is the physical entity and 90% is surrounded by your own thinking thoughts and the energy that is surrounding yourself. And that I shared on the first slide, where that is fire surrounded by the aura. So each and every individual is having some aura that depends upon the knowledge story. If your creativity is positive, so definitely it will be charged by the positive word. And if it is depends upon your thinking process, whatever it may be. Then the family background, it also matters. The age and the gender. And here I have made an effort to develop an intelligent system that will provide a platform to assess the impact of the spiritual aspect on the life. Let's have a look. These are some figures. Don't go on the mathematical component. Have a look on this figure. Can you achieve the spiritual knowledge through this figure? That's the figure mentioned by the triangle. Or can you achieve the knowledge through this figure? Means just imagine the way you achieve the knowledge domain, whether it adopts this picture, means your knowledge domain, once you are practicing either spirituality or practicing your yoga or the meditation or the learning phenomena, whether these follow the picture that I'm sharing here, not at all. This one as well, not at all. These are the linear pictures are there, and our thinking procedure and knowledge domain, that all comes under the linear properties. So this one sometime closer to your assumption process, that is a bell-shaped picture is there. Attaining spirituality, attaining wisdom, attaining enlightenment, or attaining the intuition powers and everything somewhere close to this figure as well. This is called as a membership function that we usually utilize in the fuzzy theory. And here, this membership function helps us to provide us the great evaluation of our thinking mechanism that we will share here. This one is another sigmoidal. As per my perception, the two figures, this figure means this sigmoidal, somewhere reflects the practicing version of the spirituality or the intuition or the meditation or the learning phenomena, somewhere very close to this picture. You start your activity very, very elementary phase. Gradually it adopts the momentum, and then one moment comes when the change occurs. Means the point of inflection, that is the concave to convex behavior, all of a sudden appears. Either you left the path, or you go away from your practice, or you deeply involved in the practice. And once you deeply involved in the practice, definitely you will follow the path and will try to attain the status that is nearby the supreme power. So, but it never attains, but we try to be closer and closer by adopting the several practices, either through meditation or through yoga, meditation aspects, or spirituality, the reality that we assume on the basis of our knowledge domain, as well as the more powerful thing is that how your intuition picture, how your intuition forces us to think about it, and that creates somewhere a powerful aura center in and around your body system. So my perception is that the mechanism concerned with the spirituality, that is directly enforcing the impact on the learning phenomena, somewhere close to this figure and this figure. My perception is that out of these two figures, if I am preferred to select, I will prefer the second one. This is the sigmoidal figure. So that's why these are the two mathematical tools I am going to consider and to develop an intelligent system that may help the individuals to assess that how much the impact is there, how we can assess the practicing phenomena under this criteria. Let's have a look on this. So this our input variables. Suppose now we are going to design a system, so definitely some input variables will be there. So here we are considering the input variables, the meditations as per our routine activity, association with the spiritual organization. The intuition is one of the force. It is our daily lifestyle. Under the environmental factors, I already shared this aura, spiritual environment where the participants stay, the family background. It matters. It gives an effect on all the body system, on your thinking procedure, as well as the surroundings where you are. The age and gender. Some of them enjoy this spirituality domain since their childhood. Some of them came later on. Some of them join after 50s. So depends upon your background. Depends upon the environment where you are living. In some of the offices, I have seen that before the opening of their office, they force each and every individual of their office member to perform the meditation. And once the office closes at 4 o'clock, then that moment, before closing the office, they ask each and every individual to perform the meditation for 15 minutes. Somewhere it charges your body system, somewhere it gives a relax, somewhere it gives an opportunity to be associated with the supreme power that may enforce, that may influence you to think something new, charge you, to energize you. So these are the three, means the 8 factors that I have considered. So now my theme is let's try to translate mathematically these features. See, all these features cannot be translated with the help of the normal mathematical tools. So there is some non-conventional mathematical tools are required, and that non-mathematical conventional tool that I shared, the two figures that I referred, all these two figures I will try to consider. So let's have a look on this. So see here that meditation, the time meditation is one of the features that I have considered. That it will be effective or not effective depends upon your practicing session. If you are using only 10 minutes or using 2 hours, definitely the significant changes will be effective. And this effectiveness means that I have classified in 5 categories, and these 5 categories have been translated in the form of the mathematical sheet. Means a mathematical translation of all these features. Similarly, your association with the spiritual organizations means you have not at all connected with any spiritual organization, or you yearly visit a spiritual organization, or you monthly visit any spiritual organization, or weekly visit, or daily visit, depends upon your activity, depends upon your involvement, that gives a change in your lifestyle, and that gives a look of the mathematical translation of all these things. So here I'm just trying the component that I have considered under the theme that proposed by the Professor B3. Here I'm just translating in the mathematical domain, and mathematics is the nature's language, and we are living in a nature, and we are trying to attain the output connected with the nature. So that's why these mathematical tools are being used here. So let's have a look on this intuition. It is one of the most powerful things. If your intuition is very strong, definitely you are the forecaster. You have an idea. So it depends upon that here a certain range has been classified, and this range is classified under the various layers like extremely high, moderate, low, and nothing. They are mathematical translations. So then this aura part is there. This aura part has been measured on this -10 to 10. This aura part, there is a criteria of measurement, either a frame expert system, and that expert system, whenever interact you, it will give you a look that what kind of mindset you have, what kind of vibrations you have, what kind of feelings you have, that will give you an option to put on the scale of -10 to 10. And if you want the mechanical process, then Krillon cameras are there, developed by the Russians. With the help of that, you can calculate, you can measure the aura strength of each and every individual and their respective membership. In the spiritual environment, here these are the translated in the form of the mathematical functions. Then here the family background, their mathematical formulas is there. Then here is the age factor. This age factor matters. It depends upon each and every individual. My perception is that this may be the classification interval under the range of 1 to 100, because in young age, middle aged, aged, and very aged, and old. And they are mathematical translations. The gender is also matters, because this male, female, and the transgender is also nowadays very much active. Recently, I met one of the Mahamandaleshwar, a lady, means the transgender, but have a beautiful knowledge and this superb knowledge related with the spirituality. Once I interacted, that her name is Lakshmi Narayan Tripathi. She is one of the famous Mahamandaleshwar concerned with the Juna Akhada. Juna Akhada is one of the famous means ashrama, I can quote, where these people belongs. Now this is the output, means how this spirituality aspect will give an impact on your output. This output may be classified in the fourth category, means the learning ability. This learning ability, learning feature, because here we are going to assess that what this spiritual surrounding will make an impact on our learning features. So this output I have classified under the 4 categories. This is the one of the low, this is another is average, and high, extremely high, and extremely low. So these 5 categories are here for under the output variables. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. The 8 input variables that I have taken. These 8 input variables may be framed under a linguistic strings. And these linguistic strings will be connected with each and every layer of the concerned sectors. Means the sectors that I shared, that in most of the cases the 5 or 6 layers are there. Suppose if the string 1 I refer, the input 1, this is the short terminology I have used. The short terminology means n is represents the normal. This is a very large, extremely powerful, moderate. All these things are there. Means the person of whom we are going to consider. Let's have a look his details. What is his interest? What is his age? What is the knowledge domain? What is the aura power? What is the intuition? Each and every figures means, in order to assess in each and every individual's contribution of the spirituality in the aspect of the evaluation of the learning features, we design a linguistic strings, and these linguistic strings, some of them means the possibility of 1,87,500 possible combination of the input variables are there. Out of that, we can randomly select 1,000 or 500 or 100 to evaluate, and the evaluation will be done in the numeric values with the help of the membership function that I have designed, with the help of the two figure that I shared with all of you. One is a bell shaped, another is a bell shaped, and another is a your sigmoidal function. Here, let's on the basis of, let's have a look on this. These are the 8 figures are here. Then we generate a utility matrix, and these utility matrix are evaluated with respect to each and every individual input factor. The input factor, let's have a look on the meditation. This meditation, the components LE, SE, VE, VE, and EE, and this extremely high, average, low, and extremely low. This is the extremely high, average, low, and extremely low. These are the outputs and the meditation and their respective layers that theirs. So their ratings may be carried out with the interaction with a group of experts, that we can make a rating of each and every individual. Similarly, for the association with a spiritual organization, similarly for the intuition part, similarly for the aura part, similarly for the environmental aspect, similarly with the family background, age, and the gender. We may develop the utility matrix on the basis of the interaction with the concerned person who is involved in the spiritual practices, and we want to assess that how much he may be creative in the learning phenomenon. With a group of experts. Experts means those from across the domain, means not necessarily that all of them will be spiritualists. They are from a different domain. They may interact with the help of the questionnaires or with the help of the queries they may raise, and then this a kind of a flow chart is I'm sharing here, that is generating the utility matrix. This flow chart indicates the initial phase is indicating. Let's have a look here. These are the your 8 input variables are there. These are the all the utility matrix that has been designed, and then there is a weighing factor that will involve for the calculation of combination of the relation matrix, and then generate the utility matrix, and then this one. Then one utility matrix that is concerned with all these features will be certain out of some of them may be selected. Accordingly, we may calculate. There's a huge calculation is here. I cannot share each and every calculation. It is an approach to visualize the spirituality as under the domain of this design and development aspect. And this is a view of the algorithmic part that will give you a clear clue that how mathematical tools, means the non-conventional mathematical tools, are being utilized regarding the decision. Let's have some real example that may be assessed under this criteria. Professor B3 is only 5 minutes I will take. Don't worry, because I am crossing the limit. Just wait for 5 minutes. I will try to summarize my speech. So here, have a look on this. This a person who is practicing meditation for 30 minutes. Association is monthly. He is monthly interacting with the spiritual association bodies. Intuition is moderate level. Aura is a positive, means the reflection of the is phenomena and activities that gives an indication. Spiritual environment is normal, family background is moderate, age is an aged fellow, means and gender is male. Then this entire fuzzy mathematical tools, computational means have been very here. Then we do all the calculation with the help of the utility set, and this utility set is maximized, and then the optimality of the utility set is calculated. And on the basis of all these calculations, we have an output of the alternative optimal that gives a look from the calculation that the figures that is appearing here for extremely high is 0.04019, high 0.6772, average 0.6304. So these outputs are there. On the basis of the inputs, 8 input factors we have taken, translated in the mathematical components, made use of the linguistic string, utility set, utility matrix, maximizing the utility set and the optimality of the utility set, and all these performing all these operations with the help of a group of experts as well. We computed all these numerical values as big data develops, and these big data provides a lengthy exercise for computations. In order to save the time, I'm just giving a glimpse of this. And out of these optimal values, out of these 4 outputs, you just guess whichever is the highest one. So highest one goes to the high, that is 0.6772. So that's why it indicates that the person who is performing the spirituality, having examined, cross-examined under the 8 input factors, have a close possibility of the high rank of this feature. Similarly, for the second figure that you can take, that a person practices 45 minutes every day, weekly association with the spiritual body, intuition is extreme level, aura is positive, spiritual environment is high, family background is very active, concerned with the spiritual activities, and the aged is middle, gender is female, all the computations goes, similar process is practiced. And then we found that this particular person, out of these output variables, we compute that he is a extremely highly spiritually involved, and the spiritual practice that he is making, it gives a uh, gives a assessment, that the proper assessment that the learning activities of this particular person may comes under the category of the extremely high. It is an effort. I cannot force each and every one. It's an effort to compute spirituality through the non-conventional mathematical tools to assess under the 5 input output factors to creativity level, means the how this impact of the spirituality may be assessed on the learning features. So I have just given a clue that how this domain can be designed under the intelligent system phenomena, and that gives an idea that mutual interaction among the spirituality governed factor influence the learning feature of each and every individual, and the proposed intelligent system will work as a referral system in between the users and practitioners. So we may connect this spiritual aspect, and that's my these are the little bit details that I have utilized, and these are my own research articles that I use to publish in the regular features. Basically, I am working in the field of the medical diagnosis and the tourism. This is my core area of working, and now I am extending my domain due to the Professor B3 that he has given an opportunity to utilize my spiritual domain in the field of this learning assessment features. I hope I will continue in this domain with the new publications. Thank you very much. If you have any query, you may ask.
Muito
Hello,
obrigada,
professor.
Thank you very much to the Professor Panjak. An excellent lecture,
E o assunto muito importante.
and the topic is very actual and important.
Agora nós passamos.
Thank you, Professor B3. If any query, anyone?
We are going to ask the questions in the end of the presentation. Now we are going to the next speaker.
Agora
Ok.
nosso padre
Now, our speaker will be
doutor
Dr. Sumita Gurpa.
Lupa Diana. Ele é da faculdade
He is from the University of Iskar Science College of Global Excellence, Jaipur, India, in the Department of Physics, with over 16 years of teaching, research, and administrative experience.
administrativa.
He has held various administrative positions as the head of the department in various degree colleges and engineering colleges, and has a vast experience of teaching in the LET JAA classes.
Palestra tem
His lecture is about
Welcome.
the challenges in the high education. You
Good morning, all of you.
all right?
ok, reto.
Good morning, all of you. Myself, Dr. Sumit Kumar Gupta, Dean Faculty of Science, Pariskar College of Global Excellence, Jaipur, India. Today, I'm going to start my topic with challenges in higher education. It is very big problem in globalization. Now, higher education. Education is one of the significant factor instrumental to the development of a country. It should be transformed to the needed of the time and changing scenario of the world. It provides an opportunity to critically reflect upon the social, economic, culture, moral, and spiritual issue facing humanity. Higher education provides specialized knowledge and skilled person for national development. That is a flow chart. The big challenges in higher education: quality, equal access, funding, and massification. Challenges to higher education. There are many basic problems faced by higher education system. In adequate facility and infrastructure, many of the university do not have adequate infrastructure or facility to teach students. Even many private universities are running courses without classroom, internet, and Wi-Fi facility is still out of reach of many students. Lower level of teaching quality. Our education system is tortured by issue of quality in many of its institutions and university. Many of the issue like shortage of faculty, it is big problem, poor quality teaching, traditional teaching method, outdated and rigid curriculum and pedagogy, lack of accountability and quality assurance, and separation of research and teaching are rising question on higher education system. Research constraints. In higher education system, there is a lack of early stage research experience, a big ecosystem for creativity and innovation, and low level of industry engagement. It does not have enough high quality researchers. More concentrated on theory and rather than practical knowledge. In higher education system is more focused on theoretical knowledge rather than practical knowledge. In many jobs, there is also minimum requirement of percentage which is high. Lack of involvement in and control of educational matters by professors. Most of the professor or higher authority do not like to take part in education related activities. They stick to their own growth because they are increase of the API factor. Traditional method of teaching. Professor still stick to those old method of teaching like board, marker. They do not like use audio visual aids in teachings. Also, they are not up to date with the information available and what global industry demanded. About settlement after education. Many students, after going engineering, MBA, MBBS, try to search opportunity in foreign country. They look forward for MNC and get settled abroad. There must be a fixed criteria that student after higher education have served his country first. That is mandatory for the student who get of the higher degree in IITs, NITs, and MBA, that is master degree in business administration, and MBBS, that is medical courses. Security and confidentiality. Security and confidentiality. College have to increase security and confidentiality within role-based permission to users. There will be proper record of time and attendance system of students and as well as teachers. Quota system, bringing of the reservation and quota system, different category in education lost its quality. Even deserving candidate of general categories are ignored, and on quota we have to select other person from reserve category even though he is not suitable. Quality. Quality in higher education is multi-dimensional, multi-level, and a dynamic concept. Ensuring quality in higher education is amongst the foremost challenges we face in today. Infrastructure. Poor infrastructure is another challenge to the higher education system. Now we giving some suggestion for the improving quality of higher education. Student-centered teaching. Teaching learning process is the dynamic and creative soul of academic incarnation. Student-centered education method in which teachers are making the student active in their whole approach and behavior by attempting worksheet well before discussing the topic of the syllabus, asking and answering question, developing book reading skill by keyword and comprehension activities, encouraging individual and group some work, viewing important for the UG and PG concept in a chapter, analyzing the concept of each chapter, of present. We have a very good collection of book, what they are all in less. The library must study of the student are the key all the curricular, co-curricular and extracurricular activity learning is an ongoing process. Cross-culture program. After education pure to every of the place in India and world as far as possible with the cooperation of the government is necessary so that one can understand about people, culture, arts, literature, religions, technological development and progress of human society in the world. Personality development program to make the student prepare a strategy, either plan by himself, either herself to transform the challenges into achievement. To identify the weakness like fear, hesitation, lack of confidence, ignorance of aims, and the process of the self-development and of the society. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sumit.
muito interessante a sua palestra.
It
sua
was
apresentação.
very interesting, your lecture and your presentation.
Nós temos problemas semelhantes aqui no Brasil.
We have
também.
similar problems here in Brazil too.
Agora, a nossa
Now,
palestrante
our speaker will be
será Arceloni,
Professor Arceloni Neuza Volpato,
que fará o encerramento do webinar de hoje.
that will make
Arceloni,
the end of this webinar. The Dr. Arceloni is graduated in letters of UFSC University, Master in Linguistics by the University of Santa Catarina,
doutora em
Doctor in Psycholinguistics
Universidade Federal
in the University of Santa Catarina and Lisbon, coordinator in transcultural practices in Unifac West University, president of the Latin American Science and Technology Association,
avaliador
institutional evaluator of the MAC, INAP, leader of the Language, Education, Technology, and Cognition Research Group.
Bem-vinda, professora Arceloni.
Welcome, teacher Arceloni, with her lecture about
Espiritualidade.
spiritualism and science. Thank you, doctor.
Well, my pleasure to be here to talk, to make some reflections about the possibilities in spiritualism. I would like to thank Dr. Beatriz Bijot for the invitation to be here and the opportunity to represent my institution in this webinar. Well. When Dr. Beatriz made me the invitation to talk about spiritualism in education, first time I was shocked. Wow, talk about that. And then, for sure, cause the challenge, I say yes. But it's a long journey to go ahead. And reflecting about the time, I think that, first of all, we have to think, and we have very different patterns of life from the Occident, from India. First of all, the Occidental civilization, these both sides of the world, we have some questions, and we have forgotten some values. But what is important, really important, have a Ferrari in the garage, or if a tornado take off the cover of your house, do you prefer the Ferrari or you prefer the covers to your house? It's a big question. In the history of the man, the human, the sapiens, we have attributes godness, to fire, to thunder. We have attributes divine to what is near us and what and unknown. So life goes on, and the time we more and more is knowing, more and more knowing. We know the thunder is not God. We have a definition. We discovered that the thunder is a physical phenomena. And we are removing the veins. And as we are removing the veins, we are establishing our relations. And we are attributing the divine to some divine, to some transcendental, to some spaces or things are not far from our understanding. But we have to do that. It is part of our culture. It is part of our essence to attribute the divine to things. Things, in fact, not a good word to that. But we have to attribute to this connection, this relation, this need to belong to something, to establish the bridge, the connections. We go ahead. And in our history, the sapiens establish relations with himself. I with myself, I with the other, and I with the transcendental, the metaphysics. This shares in the humanity, secure, and part of the answers we don't have, but we are looking for. The way, in a form, we are removing the veins, we are knowing. And more we are knowing on the incidental world, we are getting far and far from the spiritual. We are far and far from the transcendental. We get far. So, we are at the university. And at the academy, that is a space for life. And we are taught, in fact, is life. A plenty, a full life. University is a space of life. And in this development, we prepare persons that are our students. And I suppose part is a torture, yes, Dr. Sunny. We prepare in the space of life for the personal and professional, we prepare the skills and proficiency, competencies and skills for life, to be a good person, to be a good professional. But we are in a space of postmodernity. Zygmunt Bauman give us deep roots and change our world and try to explain the form for the unformed. And in these narratives we are living today, what we are facing is that our students in institutions, in university, higher education institutions, the force they are to prepare, they have to face the adaptation in this new world. In a world that is a stress, that causes stress, deep stress, and causes panic, insecure, hesitation, as Dr. Summit too. The spirituality is being looking for to solve the spark, because the Occidental world is looking to the part of that problem. We try to face that in a way maybe a little different we are having to do. Because in science, that's the point, in science we are looking for the truth. We need the fact, comproven. But when we are talking spiritualism, we are talking in a broad concept that in another perspective, we are talking about something that's not palpable, that I can hand in my hands. I can secure it. I don't know. It's not possible. But it is part of the human experience. It touches every day. It makes me happy when I say a good word to a person and she smiles to me. I feel good. And it causes a relaxation in my body. It causes a good feeling that is caused by the good feeling I do to the other. So the purpose of the science is, it's not my words, is systematically explain how the world works. Part of this world consists ontologically in a subjective phenomenon, but has to be investigated. The science must be the changes to this world, but it's not exactly what we're looking for in science. For the other side, we are looking for responses. We are looking for answers in our world that is connected to our deep essence. And Occidental institutions have done in last decade deep changes in our way of life, in our way to do science. Because universities of Stanford, universities of Stanford, Harvard, introduced a discipline called happiness. Well, human beings, the sapiens, we have to teach the sapiens to learn felicity, happiness? Of course, no. But we have to teach these guys, these students that are suffering, that have to face the adaptation to this post-modern world full of stress, panic, and insecurity. We have to deal with the necessity to psychological, emotional issues. We have to explain them. We have to immerse them in this kind of discussions to show the world how our deep world is oscillating in our world, in our days. So, in Brazil, we have universities as Unicamp is very traditional, ancient for us. Unicamp is, because we are very young in Brazil, just a 500 history. We have, around the world, we have integrative medicine that talk about the meditation. Dr. Summit taught in the first lecture. Meditation, including here at Unifavest, at our master, we are developing a work in meditation, mindfulness, that is a meditation in 1 minute. 1 minute can change your world. But happiness, the way we are happy and the way we feel good, the way we situated our spinal column, the way we are changing the cortex. Experiences nowadays in Brazil or all around the world are very, very real. We have neuroscientists that are dealing with neuroscience. Images that changing completely our way of life to see the world, the knowledge we have nowadays. And for the other side, with the integrative science, in the images we collected, the photos we take, the Killian photo, the aura we have, the aura the planet has, all we could collect these images today. And so the way we establish the relation with myself, with the other, and with the metaphysics are changing. What we need in this Occidental world is reconnecting the faith and the reason. And we are trying to that, hardly, deeply, because we realize that we are very distant of that. But last decade has changed our way of life in our academic way to see, and to do science. So we are looking for plenitude. We are looking for full quality of life. That's what we are looking for. And I suppose we are not totally ready for that, but we are trying. And that is the principle of sapientia. So the chemical reasons of life for a full life, the physics, the chemistry is showing us with the the principles, the quantic principles, we are in a omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent way of God materializes around us. I suppose the science is very, very connected to the transcendental world in this way. And meditation, this new way of images is collected in our science, the way we are changing the configuration of our mind, and the way we are linked, connected to the quantic physics and chemistry, we are doing a new era for sure. And we have too much to learn with our Indian brothers. Thank you.
Fala.
Muito obrigado, professor, doutora Arceloni.
Thank you very much, Dr. Arceloni. It was excellent, your lecture. The theme was incredible. Thank you very much.
Eu vou fazer apanhado do que a gente falou e a gente abre para as discussões.
Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the lectures, and we are going to open for discussion, okay?
Doutor Prakash começou a sua apresentação.
Dr. Prakash started his presentation with a flower that brought all the symbology of life. And this means we are equal a flower, we are born, we grow, we develop, and we are always connected to the environment, to the natural environment, to the spiritual environment. He said that big entrepreneurs, businessmen, they spend some time in India meditating. This is a proof that the times need to be adequated to our body, in our mind, in our spiritual. After Dr. Summit told us about the difficulties that the universities have and the students try to go through, and the things that make them learn slower. The universities are more theoretical than practical. And when these young people go to the work market, they feel this lack of practicing, and the system maybe can be the code system can let our knowledge linked to the practical. And Dr. Arceloni brought the importance that we have of things we can't achieve with money, the things we can learn with spirituality. And we, today, we don't dedicate the right time to the spirituality. And there is a need that she said, that she pointed to, that in the university that she works, they are dedicating some time for meditation,
para a educação e a espiritualidade.
Education and spirituality.
Porque se eu não tiver uma espiritualidade,
If I don't have an spirituality,
o ambiente acadêmico ele é
the
muito
academic environment is very stressful.
E aí, se nós tivermos e praticarmos essa espiritualidade,
And if we have and practice this spirituality, we can have
ter a nossa atividade,
our
trabalho,
activity,
se tornar
our
menos
work
estressante,
to be less stressful,
e a espiritualidade, o trabalho,
and the
o
spirituality can link the work, the mind, and the soul.
Aí, neste momento,
In this
eu
moment,
coloco à disposição para que
it's available for questions and answers,
interagir
and we can
e fazer
interact
os seus
to each other.
questionamentos, né? Fazer as suas questões, as suas perguntas.
You
ao
can
outro,
ask something to each other and discuss the topics, okay? Does anybody have any question? Does anybody wants to say something?
I am very great. Thanks all of you given the opportunity to presentation of this webinar. Thanks all of the GMT and respected all of you.
Muito obrigado. pela-
Thank you for your excellent presentation, Dr. Pankaj.
Hello,
It
Pankaj
was
sir.
a pleasure to have you here
Yeah,
in
I'm
this
here.
webinar to bring us so important topic to Brazil. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Can
I'm
I-
very much interested. If someone wants to join me regarding design and development of intelligence system, I'm ready.
Pankaj sir, can I have one question for you?
Yeah, welcome.
Pankaj sir, it was a great and excellent presentations regarding the different stream of, you have told about mindfulness, spirituality, and that have an effect on our body.
Yes.
But actually, I'm also being researching on this domain also. One currently, and I'm studying about Alzheimer disease and effect of their disease onto the brain side. So one thing more, like sometimes when we talk about spirituality, aura, okay, and yoga, and they show the way of testing these, different terms by through either we can go for ECG or either we can go for EEG or either we can go for structural domain, structural MRI images, and we can go for checking all those details there.
Yes.
But what is the minute difference between your spirituality, aura, and because sometimes it comes onto the same path where we cannot able to decide how much factor the spirituality comes into the role of the mind, how much factor your yoga comes into the role of mind, how much factor the aura comes into the role of mind. So that is what
Okay.
my question always
Query
is
is
there.
there.
I was not able to differentiate. I thought,
Okay. Okay. Just I understand your points.
yeah,
Okay, gentlemen. It is a common query, not a unique one. The spirituality, it is a kind of practice that automatically comes in your mind system. And it provides a path to go ahead. The route you will have to adopt. Either you are practicing through worshipping God, either you are practicing making meditation, either you are practicing transcendental meditations, either you are practicing yoga with a complete dedication and devotion. There are various people, those who used to practice yoga in their office. There are a number of persons who used to get up at early in the morning, 3:30 a.m., took bath, and then perform the proper worshipping to the God, and then go for the practicing yoga. So it depends upon your approach. So this spirituality is totally governed by your entire approach that you use to adopt. Once this spirituality part that we consider it that something beyond our approach, that we are trying to get very closer, the approach that you will have to adopt. Even then, some of the very good classical singers, those who used to practice raga early in the morning at 3:30, they are also practicing under the theme of the spirituality, because they are trying to connect themselves with the supreme power. And once they comes in that form, definitely that we quote it as a siddhi is achieved, means the ultimate achievement is materialized, or that you can quote it in consensus in the sense of Mahatma Buddha, that the enlightenment. So that is the way. Now the thing is that how this intuition matters. Intuition is another domain that empowers your information system concerned with your body, that gives a glimpse that how you may go ahead. Right. So it depends upon. Now the thing is the aura. Aura is a surrounding feature, means I quoted in my lecture that 10% physical entity that we are visible. The 90% of our energy domain, that is in the form of rays, that is in the form of you can say quote it as a form of our surrounding, means the light, the powers, that what kind of power is there in and around our body system, that totally depends upon our effort, that totally depends upon our practice, that totally depends upon our approach, that what kind of feelings you have, what kind of approach you have, what kind of thought practices you are making, what kind of literature you are concerned, what kind of background you have. All these features entirely affected, and it gives an impact on your in and around energy level that is generated, that we call it as a positive energy or a negative energy. If you are a powerful practitioner with a true sincerity and devotion, definitely with a true approach, with your happiness, means well-wishing, means supporting, gratefulness, all these features are surrounded in, are indebted with you. Definitely the aura level, means the energy level in and around your body system, definitely is charged with the positive energy, and that will attract similar kind of people in and around from your localities, in and around your friend circle, and automatically you will be the center of attraction. So aura is a reflection of your entire effort. Aura is a reflection of your entire approach. Aura is a kind of indication that whether you are achieving some powers through your practicing knowledge practice, through your approach, it depends. So that's why in order to design and develop an intelligent system, I referred all these input variables that may be helpful. Even you know that a good singer who is making a classical songs with a perform, as you being an Indian, you know the Bhimsen Joshi, the classical singer. He attains that level. The aura level, the spiritual aspect, the practicing features, all these things are closely associated. Even in case of a patient who is suffering from a chronic diseases, we have been seen that the impact of Mahamrityunjaya mantra is there. The impact of Mahamrityunjaya mantra is what? It charges the in and around the energy system, giving the positive energy, positive vibration, in giving an input just to increase the life system. Similarly, the other practitioners as well. So it depends upon your approach. If you are a cricket player, definitely your total indication is to achieve the supremacy in your field. And you can expect from the bowling action of a bowler that what kind of ball he is going to deliver. Accordingly, you can judge on the basis of your intention, on the basis of your approach, and automatically your hand swings in that direction to encounter the ball and to hit outside of the boundary. I hope a lot of things can be discussed under this domain.
Well, sir, can I add one more question on that? I know
Yeah,
eagerness is coming on that, because well, sir, sometimes, like suppose when we go for practical implementations, right?
Yes.
That
Yes.
is actually when we go for theoretical concept, we know that these are the certain boundaries, and these are the boundaries for aura, these are the boundaries for spirituality, and these are the boundaries for yoga.
Hmm.
But when we go on to make an intelligent system, when we go on to implement all those features onto the mode of the system, how we can differentiate? Because sometimes I haven't seen a paper or any research work which has been trending the differences on those scenarios. Because ultimately some have used either they have used the spirituality and going on to the implementation, either some have used in yoga for anything, but there is no certain difference. If you have any differences or any document so that I could refer that, because it will be make me more understandable on that side for to implement on.
See, gentlemen, whatever I have referred in my lecture, it is
Yeah,
based on the practical, not theoretical. First thing,
yeah, okay,
right? And
okay,
that's why I referred those two figures. Remember
yeah, yeah, yes, sir,
why I referred those two figures in comparison to triangle and trapezoidal?
yeah,
Because if you adopt the triangle figure and trapezoidal figure, it is completely theoretical.
yeah,
You cannot achieve your knowledge domain on the behavior of the triangular approach.
absolutely, sir,
That's why I referred those two figures that is close to the natural feelings, that is close to the natural approach. And all the input variables that is in daily practice that you can quote it because your family background matters.
yeah, absolutely,
Your contact matters. Your practicing features matters. And your intuition. Intuition is one of the most powerful tools. That's why I quoted with reference to the cricket.
cricket,
If your intuition is powerful, that moment you can save the goal even during the penalty shootout. If your
okay,
intuition
sir,
is wrong, definitely you cannot. Remember, if a goalkeeper whose intuition level is very high and aura level is very high, automatically the signal that is in and around the shooter is there. The ball is being hit by the player and outside the goal campus. Definitely, whatever he is going to think about it, if your aura level is high, automatically the signal can be captured. Right. So now Professor B3 has given me an opportunity to enter in this spirituality domain. I used to practice design development intelligent system in the field of medical
yeah,
diagnosis and in the field of triangular tourism. But new domain has been opened. What happened? 3 days ago, I was just thinking what kind of lecture I will have to deliver.
okay,
The moment I thought, okay, let us design a system. I am a regular practitioner of meditation. I am a regular practitioner of yoga. Spirituality is inherited with me. Family background I already shared with you that somewhere I am closely associated. So that's why I thought, oh, we can do it. And I have done
well,
it.
yeah, sir, because there is not more research paper on that side, and that
Yes.
is very explorable website site
Yes.
to work. Because actually, I'm working on the neuroscience, neuroimaging, and
You are
I'm seeing
welcome to
those.
join in.
Yes,
You
sir,
are
always.
welcome to join. I
Okay,
invite my Brazilian colleagues, those who are interested, please, my email ID is already shared. Professor B3 is associated. So all the Brazilian colleagues, those who are interested regarding spiritualism and education, most welcome to join me in order to write good research articles and good lecture delivering.
sir, and Indian also.
Yeah, welcome. Indians are welcome because Indians can maybe realize their own power, just like Hanumanji. That what is the power of Mahamrityunjaya mantra? What is the power of your Gayatri mantra? Even what
Great,
is the
sir.
power
Great.
of mantras?
Nice, sir.
Right.
That's really,
Okay,
really
proper
impressed.
detail.
Really
Anyone
impressed.
else?
Thank you,
Anyone
sir.
else? I'm ready to face more questions. I'm welcome. Welcome.
Oh, Dr.
That is your aura,
Silva,
sir. That is your aura.
I think this event is very important because we are talking about a not trivial, a not ordinary issue for us in general. In the Latin civilization, the origin, in the Latin civilization, the Anglo-Saxon origins, we don't have, we lose that. For us, it is, anyway, despite, on the other hand, in a popular sense, we say, this is lucky, this is not lucky, this is good, this is not good, don't do that, black cats, and we bring sorts of things. In fact, we are looking for is the full life, a life with quality. We are looking for quality. Yes, that's the point. We are looking for quality. And when we have a plenty life, a full life, we have three vectors we have to charge. We have to charge the biological one, that is the physical one, very physical.
Yes.
But in my point of view, it is not so physical as we suppose, because it is energy. It is pure energy also. And we have the psychological, the emotional view also. It's the second part of the third part. And we have the spirituality. This joint make us hands-on the quality in the sense we have to the quality, the full life. You are saying, and we agree totally with that we need to do yoga or meditation. We have to energize our atoms, our molecules. That's the point, yes?
Yes, yes.
So,
Yes.
and we have the quantics principles that show us that even the molecules we have are not physics. They are not physical. We energy, pure energy also. So we have to meditate, we have to believe, we have to develop the faith. Faith is important also.
Yes, Professor, that nice sharing you have. What I quote that, okay, we are lucky that we born in India, and we are lucky that we had some deep ancient backgrounds that is concerned with the knowledge domain.
We lose
had-
that.
No, we are here. We are here to collaborate with all of you.
Thank you.
But, what is that? The scientific domain is up to the level of 10 to power minus 19. The science knows about the level of 10 to power minus 19 on the measurement scale. And the impact of meditation, impact of spirituality, impact of aura level, all these things are beyond 10 to power minus 19. And science is now realizing that there are some extraordinary knowledge domain about which they are just searching. And technically, we are at the nanotechnology level, far behind than the scientific domain. So technologically, we will take much more time, but once we are practicing these things, either under the name of spirituality, under the name of yoga with complete devotion and dedication, under the name of meditation or the transcendental meditation, or the path you adopt, where you enjoy with full, but try to associate yourself with the supreme power. There is a supreme power, maybe various faces, and we are part of that.
Omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent.
Yes,
For
yes,
sure.
yes.
No
yes.
doubt of that.
Yes. So, your own knowledge domain, it's your own beauty, how you can connect these knowledge domain with the supreme power, with the omnipresent power, with the real power. That is our own approach. No defined rule is there. No steps are mentioned. It's your own way to achieve it. If suppose you start practicing meditation early in the morning, 3:30, it is believed that that is the phase when the two hormones releases, dopamine and neuramine. These are the two hormones that sharpen our memory power. And you remember that whenever you get up early in the morning at 3:30 a.m., and practice meditation or read something or practice something related with your academics, throughout the 24/7, it will remain present in your mind system. It is believed that during the early hour, that is 3:30 a.m., something cosmological impact occurs in the nature, and that we are part of the nature, and that's why automatically we'll be affected by that. So the nature, my suggestion, my simple word is there: always be close to the nature. Try to practice all those things that is connect with the natural phenomena. Definitely, and with a vision and object that we will have to connect ultimately with the supreme power, and the way and the mechanism and the steps that you yourself will have to design, either on the basis of your own practice, otherwise you may adopt a few literatures concerned with the Indian literatures. Means either you may go through the Bhagavad-Gita or the Vedas, the Purans or Upanishads, or some powerful couplets I quoted. It is believed that the Gayatri Mantra is one of the most powerful energy source. It is believed that Mahamrityunjaya Mantra, it is connected with the Lord Shiva. It is the most powerful energizing body system. We may make use
Connection
of the
with
practice of
nature.
And in all the literatures in our ancient, everywhere the worshipping to the nature. These 5 components, that is air, sun, or earth component, or the sky, all these, we are closely confined with these 5 domains. We are part of it. We will have to merge with him. So how we will worship air, how, that is Vayu Devata, how you will worship, that is the deity sky, how we will worship the water. Everywhere you will have to pray
For
with the
elements.
blessing. Yes, for enlightenment. They are welcome. I welcome all of you. If you all of you are interested to join, to write some articles, most welcome, sir. Most welcome, madams, my fellow colleagues.
Yeah. Talk is open. Everyone could speak.
Yeah. Welcome, anyone. Please open your mic and
Welcome
ask.
to the talk, everybody.
Professor
Let's-
Beatrice, where are you?
Popular in Brazil, we say that the word has power.
Yes.
The word has power, materialize
yes.
things.
Yes.
If I think I am sick, I got sick. If I think I am healthy, I got health.
The way you will think, your aura level will motivate your body system in that direction. If you feel happy, definitely you will always enjoy.
Totally
If you
energy.
feel young, always throughout the 90 years, you will always feel yourself as young. It depends upon your thinking procedure that motivates, charge your body system and your surroundings as well.
I believe in that too.
I have a fashion fuzzy question.
Yeah, welcome.
Pandemic words. Everybody talk about that. How we deal with the coronavirus, COVID-19, in an energetic situation.
Right.
Me and myself, me and the other, me with the transcendental. Coronavirus is here. What should I do?
The coronavirus is here, no doubt about it. Everywhere it is. And it is ourselves that how we will have to be careful. This foreign entity is very much interested to enter in your body system. You know, whenever a foreign entity joins your body system, automatically fever appears. Right. And it is your body system that how you will have to eject them.
Yeah.
How you will have to eject
Differences
them.
in the immunity.
Yeah, immunity.
Your brain,
This immunity,
your thought brain, health brain.
Immunity, it is your individual issue. If you are practicing yoga, I can quote that your immunity level may be very high. If you are practicing to be very close to the nature, means all those plants, those charges your body system. If you take the shelter of these things, definitely your red blood cells, your herd immunity, your platelet level, everything will be at high level. So maybe the coronavirus may run away, or it may affect a minor way. So it is depends upon our each and every individual policies, procedures, and techniques. I cannot quote it as a unique technique, but each and everyone's individual. So how you can handle corona means the COVID.
Yes. Well, I suggest everybody who want, Dr. Srivastava, could you please write your mail in the chat? If people want to talk to you, Dr. Sumit, it's possible to talk to, the access to you. It's possible.
Okay, I'm writing my email ID. I've shared my email ID.
Yes, it is.
If you want
Thank
to join me on WhatsApp, I may share my number as well.
Okay.
Okay, just write down
If you
my
wish,
number.
yes. Questions are open.
See, this is my WhatsApp
Yeah.
number.
Também tem.
This is my WhatsApp number. All Brazilian colleagues, most welcome to join me. I'm ready to resolve their queries, either spiritual or design development of intelligent system, or whatever they have. If whatever I have, I may share. I'm ready to share my knowledge domain, to collaborate, to cooperate, so that something
Yes.
productive output may be.
We are trying. In fact, we deal with the spirituality, the transcendental for all our lives. But we are dealing, we are sharing, we are facing this in other situation. Bringing the discipline, happiness, bringing the other opportunities, seeing human being as a whole system, totally different to what just a thing, material thing, totally different. We are arranged things in a way. Some of us, well, decide we have for sure, persons we are not dealing with that. And in Brazil, our way of life, we have lots of immigration. In fact, Brazil is variation, all cultures we have here. So religiosity. So we have Umbanda, spiritualism, Candomblé, Afro religions, we have Occidental religions, we have Asiatic religions, we have all sorts of spiritual manifestations in Brazil. Because Brazil is, the big characteristic for Brazil is our variety. Everyone, every people, every nation is Brazilian.
Okay. Here in India, this I think maybe my Indian colleagues may agree with me that spirituality, intuition, all these things are inbuilt in our DNA system.
Yes, definitely.
Due to thousands of years of our knowledge background and domain, that has been made as a part and parcel of our life system. To practice it, automatically we adopt it. Automatically, wherever we stand, if some powerful pictures or some powerful deity or some powerful river is visible, we offer our prayer without any rules and regulations. So that's why I quote, this is spirituality or meditation or worshipping of nature It is automatically inbuilt in our DNA system. It depends upon each and every individual that how much he utilizes his own power. Someone who practices it achieve the result. Someone don't practice it, but they practice at the last phase of the life. The moment they face, now the problem starts, that moment they start, but knowingly, unknowingly, they used to practice it. And for God's sake,
For God's
means
sake.
for God's sake. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to add that our national health system, SUS, we have medicine integrative joined to the practice, the protocols they have. They are dealing with, have treatments, health treatments with acupuncture, meditation, in national Brazilian system. We have that.
Okay,
So
that's
it
good.
is, sure it is good.
Yes, yes.
We are opening our mind, for God's sake.
Okay. See, the entire human being, whatever be the part of the continent he or she belongs, associated with all these practices. Someone realizes at the early age, or someone enlightens by the surroundings where he is living. Someone recognizes it at the later phase. Everywhere, because this is the product of nature. And nature knows very well that how the entire environment is to be made intact such that all the entity of the nature may survive. So nature used to make a practice for our well-being, for each and every individual who is living under the umbrella of nature, under the blessing of the nature, and nature knows very well.
Yes.
Suppose if the entities are creating huge pollution, so nature knows very well that how the mechanism is to be adopted to encounter these over-polluted system to a normal system, either freezing, either heating, either through high wind of airs, or through tsunamis or sea waves. Nature knows very well that how the entire mechanism is to adopt for the well-being of each and every entity that is surviving under the umbrella of the nature. And this entire practice is being adopted by each and every individual human being with the same object, that how and each and every individual being can provide a mechanism to empower each and every entity of his or her own body system, either adopting spiritualism, either adopting yoga, either adopting the worshipping practice, either adopting the pranayama, means the exercise related with our oxygen intake and carbon monoxide output, that how the entire mechanism is to be adopted by the kidney or liver or intestine or the heart or the eyes or our tongues, each and every body system that is concerned with our own activities. The similar procedure as the nature adopts for their own entity, the similar procedure at a lesser way or at a higher way, each and every individual human being adopts. It depends upon the intensity. Once your knowledge domains is you are enlightened, definitely you will make good practices. If you are not enlightened, definitely you will take the shelter of alternative ways, either consuming liquor or consuming medicines or consuming cigarettes or consuming other negative activities that will damage your entity rather than giving any benefit.
Yes. Have you heard about Pilates?
Pilates?
Pilates is a kind of exercises created by men called Pilates.
Just
And
elaborate. I would like to know.
it is good for our body.
Uh,
Pilates.
uh,
It is a way we have a satisfaction for the body. Yes, just to aid into the discussion, as part of the yoga, some are exercises for the body. We have to be
Right,
a complete, well-organized, equilibrated body to go ahead to the spiritualism, to the transcendental, cross the point.
right.
I think that two little practice daily. If you praise someone, you are beautiful. Oh, how nice are you? This is one little praise we could get. And the other one is gratitude. If we start to change the way we are in life, praising people and exercising gratitude is a way to begin that.
Okay. I don't practice because I am concerned with the meditation part. I am concerned with the yoga. I don't have any experience related with this. Maybe knowingly, unknowingly, I am doing it, but I don't recall this one.
Okay. More questions?
Any questions?
Dr.
Most
Beatriz?
welcome.
Mais alguém gostaria de falar? Eu acho
Anybody else wants to talk?
Quer deixar a sua palavra, Dr. Sumit?
Dr. Sumit, do you want to say something?
No, it is a very good presentation by Dr. Pankaj Srivastava, because we know that I am physics background. Energy is the part of the body, because we have two type of energy, positive and negative energy. That is positive energy, that is aura of the bodies.
Okay.
The challenge is how to have that in our classroom, our institutions, how to change the way of being in our institutions. Well, so as the international coordinator of the institution, I would thank the opportunity to have this event. Thank you very much. And in the name of my rector, Professor Giovanni Brering, I would thank all of you, including Dr. Beatriz, for the organization and the promote this webinar. Thanks for all of you in the name of my rector, in the name of the all staff of the institution, or in my own name. Thanks. Now, I come back to be Saloni, one of the lectors.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Acho que o professor, alguém mais quer falar?
Does anybody want to talk? Is everything okay?
It depends upon your Beatriz.
Yes, we have two institutions who are here. Now Educa and we have Educação. Very good. Claudia Diaz.
Your silent spectators must join this discussion. Some of the participants are still silent. How you will energize them without interacting them? Because vibration is required to charge the in and around system. And once their mic is switched off, how you can charge them? Other merely just watching the photo, and this inertia will not be active.
Could you please, is it possible off your images? It's on your images.
My images?
Please turn on your cameras.
My camera is on.
My camera is also on.
To take a photo.
Oh, take photo. Okay,
Yes,
take photo.
it's possible to.
That's good. That's a good idea, teacher.
On the turn on the cameras, please, if it's possible.
If ask each and everyone to open their
Liguem
camera.
as câmeras, por favor, se for possível.
So a group gathering for this webinar is essentially required.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Photo taken or is still in process?
Okay, took a photo.
B3 has switched off his camera, her camera. Ask B3 to come on camera.
Oh my.
Then Beatriz send you.
I want to thank everybody who participated in this webinar. It's a huge honor to have you here in our webinar.
Okay, thank you.
Each one brought each side, a human side, a collaboration for our Brazilians. I am very happy to have you here for you to accept my invitation. And I am available to collaborate with you if you have something that I can help for us to take you our culture from Brazil too.
Sure. So I think
I will
Dr.
invite
Beatriz and Dr. Saloni, we are
I will
academicians.
invite you to let a final word because we have less than 5 minutes.
Okay. We are
And I
academicians.
thank you a
We
lot.
must collaborate. We must join work. Our institution. I invite Professor Beatriz and Professor Saloni. Professor Maria is not visible here.
Yes.
To join the forthcoming events that will be organized by FAI. I invite all of you.
Thank you very much.
I invite all of you to join the international events that we are going to collaborate with the ASEAN countries and European countries, and Brazil will join that event. Definitely it will be a mega one, and I will personally be grateful to all of you that on behalf of FAI, because I'm the General Secretary of FAI, and soon Professor Maria joined the Executive Council of FAI as a council member. Hope this collaboration will continue in future as well. And in the forthcoming events, we will regularly meet to interact, to share our valuable ideas and views. Thank you, each and everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, guys.
You too, as well.
Anybody else? Everything okay? I'm finishing. Dr. Summit, you want to say something?
I am very great. Thanks for all of you to give up the opportunity to present of the webinar topic. I'm very thanks all of you.
Thank you.
All right,
Dr.
guys.
Sumit, one last.
Yes, and we have a magazine, journal. If you have an opportunity, Dr. Sumit, to publish in our journal, it's possible. Just let us know.
Yes, I will be. I am very great. Thanks. We will be collaborate of the research work and some webinars and conference. Definitely, I will be invited of the forthcoming conference and in this session. Definitely, I am great. Thanks all of you.
Okay.
Any more questions, guys? Can we finish here?
No question. I think your time is almost over.
Yes. All right, guys. See you in another opportunity.
Okay.
big pleasure to have you here.
Grateful to all of you.
I'm going to finish with a message. The spirituality can be comprehended by the seek of constant meaning of life, since the connection with the entire world or something biggest translated in practice like the balance, love, peace, compassion, reconnection, essence, happiness, and harmony.
Essência, felicidade.
And thank you very much, guys. See you in another opportunity. Thank you all. Big pleasure.